Okay, so I will play also it's some panels here are cleaned up, so I can...
It's beautiful. You look at a baby and it's so pure and so free and so clean, and adults are like this mess of sadness and phobias. Beautiful. You look at a baby and it's so pure and so free and so
Yeah, so that's
clean, and adults are...
So I think I will, just to show some possibilities that I like to work with, I open a new project here and excuse me, open a new project here and we call it just drawing tools. Of course, there are many ways to arrange your screen here. I don't know what is the best. So let's see. We look at here. I usually just make myself a new color. And take it to 67 is my favorite. I find that for me is perfect. Find a place. So let's see. So each time, if you keep your pen down on the Cintiq and draw, it usually will not add. It will stay quite flat. If you want to make sure it's flat, you can flatten it, and it's really flat. Everything will be selected, just touching one point like this. But else you work, you can select any of your earlier stroke separately. That can be a big advantage. I don't know more to say than to draw is a skill. And changing tool, you have to adjust. I found Toon Boom extremely hard-edged in the beginning. I started with Toon Boom Studio, and the lines would end up with hard edges. If you use the eraser, it looks like they were cut off with the scissors. It was very hard and very rough and very Toon-like. And as a visual artist, coming from another discipline, I found it extremely hard in the beginning. So the only reason I stuck to Toon Boom, I think, was because it was, from the moment I tried it, it was suddenly possible to animate about whatever you wanted to make. It was extremely good for making movement, making things happening in there. Everything that was so hard in any other program was just to do. Think of it and you could do it. So that's probably what I really like about it. It can be quite hard, but it's a lot of things to do. You could, for instance, add a color card. This color card, you can of course adjust the color here. So why not make it more grayish, kind of? Going in here somewhere. Okay, we stay there. And then we have this basic tone, kind of antique. It's both to work in the camera view here or the drawing view. It's not much different, but it gives some different possibilities. I won't go into that now, since we are just talking about the possibilities of drawing. We can add some white here, some highlights thing. It's extremely hard, as you see, as usual. So why not go down a little here? Nice thing is you could actually always adjust it whenever. That's quite nice. So it's possible to work here on the highlighting stuff here. Working in the really, you call it classic way, kind of the classic way of drawing. Building up volumes here with a medium tone, a highlight tone, some shades maybe. So I think here I will so I add a new layer here, drag it down. This layer we can flatten it, make it more smooth like that. More try. There we are. We can also flatten it already here. This here, auto flatten here. That can be quite nice, building up the main shades. So that is for artwork in this way. Another way to work here is in the drawing view. We have this fabulous thing here with the advanced thing here with the if you see here in the bottom, you can see here in the bottom left of the window, we have line art and color art. We have underlay art and overlay art, and here you can choose to see both at the same time or not. So now we drop this here and we go to the basic thing we started with here, and we go to the color art layer and we choose to see both the color art and this one. So now I can start up. Here is stroke. Turn off stroke, can be practical but not for this. And what you see now is, okay, I use the eraser, but simsalabim, I don't take the line art, because the line art is on this layer and the color art is on this layer. And the thing here is that these underlayers will follow the main layer whatever. You don't have to think about it later when you're doing the animation. And that's beautiful. That's really nice. If you don't do this coloring by hand as I do, you see here you don't, if you turn out of this, see everything. Here you also have the opportunity to add overlay and underlay layers, also to see in the same window. We don't do that now. If you want to see but work independently, it's possible to go to the line layer, mark everything, go up to the drawing and go to generate color art from line art.